Hello, in this session we're going to talk about pivot table. Pivot table will summarize various data. Pivot table are used quite often in spreadsheet applications. Pivot table will aggregate data with one or more keys, so that grouping is done in several rows and in several columns. DataFrame has the method pivot_table that can be used for this purpose. Suppose we want to find the pivot table from DataFrame tips so that grouping is done for rows. So we would like to call the method pivot_table for the index sex and smoker and save the result into variable x35. But before doing that, let's minimize this a bit, go to Spider, and we're going at the same place that we were at the end of the chapter 12_10. So x23 will read from the file tips.csv and the result will be saved into variable x23. So x35 will be equal to x23.pivot_table index equal sex and smoke. Let's copy and paste these two lines, put x35 here and x35 here. Execute this, so we can see that we have the indexes sex and smoker, whereas we have these columns size, tip, typicity, and total bill. Or you can see x23.head. So all the numerical values will be displayed here. So we have here total bill is here, tip is here, size is here, and typicity is here. So it will do the grouping of the x23 by the indexes sex and smoker. The same result is in this part here. So the same result as in this part here. This can easily be done with a group by function. Suppose we want to aggregate only the columns typicity and size. The grouping by column is done using smoker column, whereas sex and day are used for grouping rows. So let's do it. x36 equal x23.pivot_table. So we would like to have only these two columns, tip, PCT, and size. And then the indexes should be sex and day. So index equal sex and day. And we would like additional column, which in this case will be the column smoker. So columns equal smoker. Let's copy and paste these two lines. Put x36 instead of x35 and x36 instead of x35. Let's execute this. Now we have much better aggregation. So first we have aggregated by the columns tip, PCT, and size. Then we have aggregated in the index with the columns sex and day. So there are sex and day. Sex could be female and male, and day could be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Thursday. Then we have additional column, which is the column smoker, which could be no or yes. All these values are the mean values. The same result is in this part here. If we want to obtain total partial sums, the argument used should be margins equal true. So let's copy and paste all these three lines. Put it here x37, here x37, and x37. So we would like to have another additional argument, which could be margins equal true. And let's execute this. So if we compare x36 and x37, we can see that we have additional column, which is the column all, and which will be partial sum for all the groups. For the group Friday, it will be 2.99. For the group Saturday, it will be 2.25, and so on and so forth. Also for the column typicity, and for the group female, it will be 0.19, 0.15, and so on and so forth. Also, we have partial sum in the row, so the partial sum should be 2.66 for the column no. For the column yes, it will be 2.40. And for the column typicity will be some other values which are shown here. Using other function for aggregation, example, the amount or number of members can also be done by parameter aggregate function equal count or aggregate function equal sum. So let's do one of them, but before doing that, let's copy and paste these 3 lines. Put it here, x38, x38, and x38. And let's put it here, aggregate function equal count. Execute this. If we compare x36 with x38, we can see that for the group female, size and no, it will be only 2 persons. For the group female Friday, yes, it will be only 7 members. For the Saturday, it will be 13, and 15 it will be for the grouping, which is smoker equal yes. For the Sunday, it will be these other values, and so on and so forth. So we can use also aggregate function equal sum. That's it regarding pivot tables. I hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next sessions.